Hi again and welcome to the Azure Bastion part. So in the last parts, we had our configuration we want from this to this one. And what we have right now is a SQL server connected through a private endpoint to this virtual machine. And I'm okay with that, but I'm not okay with having a public IP address attached to this virtual machine. We need to avoid public IP address for virtual machines to enhance the security by reducing the attack surface exposure to the internet. Today, public IP address can be targeted for unauthorized access, for DDoS attack, and other security threats. Today, we can use Azure Bastion to ensure security, encrypted RDP or SSH access through the Azure portal, which will minimize the risk and eliminate the need for this public IP. And by that, we can safeguard the virtual machine and its network. So, what is Azure Bastion? Azure Bastion is a fully managed service offered by Azure that provides secure and seamless RDP and SSH access to virtual machine directly through the portal without exposing them to the public internet. So this is the logo, the official logo for Azure Bastion, which will allow us to secure remote access to our resources with simplified management, so you can access your virtual machine directly from the portal from your browser without need to install anything on your machine. It will protect against any type of threats by not exposing your virtual machine public IP. We don't need, as I said, additional client. You don't need to install any tool from your browser. You can connect directly to your machine. And it is a consistent and integrated experience because Azure Bastion integrates with other Azure services and provide a consistent user experience. So let's go and see step by step how to do that through the portal. All right, so right now what we said, we need to get rid of that public IP address, and like that we will secure our virtual machine and it will be accessible only through the portal of Azure using Azure Bastion. So let's go and see that step by step. First of all, we need to detach or disassociate our IP address. I'm not talking about deleting it, but removing it from that virtual machine that we have. For that, we need to go to our IP address and click on disassociate, and like that, it will not be attached anymore to that virtual machine. So I will confirm right here and it will be removed from that virtual machine, and we will not have any IP or public IP address attached to that virtual machine. Great, so it's okay, it's saved. Let's go to our virtual machine. And here, if we look, we don't have any public IP address, only private IP address. And when I try to download the RDP file, I will see that I have only that 10.0.0.4 private IP address. So we don't have anymore a public IP address. Now we need to create Bastion because I don't have it. There is two ways. So the first one, we can deploy it directly from the virtual machine, or we can go through the Azure portal and create a Bastion. We need, as usual, to set up a name, the region, the tier, and the number of instance, and some couple of configuration like IP address and the virtual network that will be attached, because we are going to need a subnet for that Azure Bastion. So I will not go through the creation of a Bastion, but I will go through deploying it from the virtual machine that we have. So like that, Azure will automatically deploy that Bastion for us. We don't have to do any configuration. We will just be deploying that Azure Bastion to the same virtual network that have our virtual machine. So simply we need to click on deploy Bastion, and like that a new instance or Bastion service will be created and deployed to our resource group and our subnet. I will pause a couple of minutes because this will take a couple of minutes to be deployed. And as you can see here, Azure Bastion have been created, not Azure Bastion, sorry, it's a subnet dedicated for Azure Bastion. And let me wait a few seconds and refresh, and the service will be created and we will see how to use it. All right. All right, great. Now our service have been created. Let's refresh and see the icon of Azure Bastion. So it's right here, Bastion service. And if I click, we can see the different configuration. For if we have a session that have been connected, we can see it right here. We can change the tier, we can upgrade, but we cannot downgrade the tier of Azure Bastion. This is an important information. And we can see the different configuration right here. All right. Right now, let's go and try and see how to connect to our virtual machine. Simply, we need to click connect via Bastion. Let's type our username and password and click on connect. And yes, it is magic. We have a new tab on our browser and I'm right now connected to my virtual machine. As you can see, I can see through the tab on my browser the SQL server that I have created, the virtual machine, and I'm connected to my SQL server without installing any tools on my actual machine. If I click on the RDP file that I have already, let me try to connect. It is not working because we have disabled the access via the public IP. So here we don't have any more public IP, but we are connecting through the Bastion through the Azure Bastion subnet to our virtual machine. And like that, only through the Azure portal we can connect to that virtual machine. And we are securing our virtual machine and from any type of attacks. So no public IP attached means no DDoS attack. No persons can access to that virtual machine because they are not allowed. And here, as you can see, this is the subnet that have been created when we have deployed the Bastion service. So this is a simple subnet that have been created, as you can see. And here we have the default subnet that we have created when I have added the service Microsoft.SQL for that SQL server. All right. Let me go back here. And here, let's go to our resource group. So here we have the different resources that we have created, and we can filter by type. And as you can see here, we have the network security group that is associated to our subnet. It is created by default when we have created our virtual network. It contains inbound security rules and also outbound security rules. And it is important to attach network security group to subnets. And this is actually not the part where we are talking about network security groups, maybe in another video, but it is very important to have network security groups. All right. Here, as you can see, we can see the session that are connected to that virtual machine because I have launched a session from the portal. It is always active. We can see the different configuration from that session inside this configuration. All right, so we went from having a public SQL server and a public virtual machine to having a private SQL server through private endpoint. And later, right now, we have a private virtual machine and a private server SQL through a private endpoint. Now, in the next part, we are going to see how we can connect through VPN gateway to the virtual machine through the remote desktop protocol through that private IP address. So this will be the next part. See you next.